Hey guys, welcome to Captain Nerf Major Reviews. I'm Captain, and today we will be reviewing the Nerf Modulus Recon Mark II. So this is the successor to the Recon. So the normal Recon, since this is Mark II, the normal Recon was an end strike gun. It was yellow, had a long barrel, and a longer stock. And the stock wasn't as much different, but had a way longer barrel. And it came out in the end of 2000, around 2007 and 8. Or end 2000s, early 2010s. And then the Retaliator was like the same thing after. It was its successor. Where it was, no joke, either blue and white or white and blue. Practically was the same thing. Had like a long barrel and everything. So, yes, I say this is the successor to the Recon. But even though it's more like Retaliator, just not as big as attachments. But has more points if you just go down to the main blaster, not counting the barrel extension on the Retaliator. This has more attachment points, which makes it the Modulus version. So, the colors are white, orange, gray. Different shades of orange, like one's an orangish brown, tan, and the other one's just like bright orange. So the box is open face, so you can actually touch everything. And on the front it has Nerf. It says 4 blasters in 1, which really is just kind of 4 ways you can have it. You can just have it as like a little pistol thing. You can have it with the stock on, with just the barrel, or with all of the stuff on. I don't like how they call it 4-in-1 blasters because I feel like they're not each individual blasters. Like the Tri-Strike House has 3-in-1 blasters. I like that because the main one shoots. The end thing, you don't have to attach it. You can just shoot the thing. And the stock, you can put together and just shoot by itself. It's just, so I really like how they do that. But for this, not so much. But I don't get to choose. So on the back, has the build your own blaster. It has attachments you can put on. This shows a picture, and most of the Modulus boxes show pictures of the normal Modulus. Just the normal one. Motorized blaster. But yeah, that's really it for the box. It says 1,000 plus combinations. And also, one thing I forgot to mention on the front, it says 6 darts, and it says it shoots 90 feet. And that's about it for the box. So now, let's see and use the real blaster. Alright, so this is the main blaster. Without any of the attachments, this is no joke what it looks like. It's like a handgun. It's a little big, so you won't really holster this. But you can definitely use it as a pistol, just like it actually works. Even with size and looks, if you don't like the look. So, let's talk about the logos. It says Nerf on the handle. It also says Modulus in orange, so you can't see it, but it's up here on it, kind of engraven in. And it says Recon MK II, MKII, whatever. That stands for Mark II, which is like the second version, even though I'd say the Retaliator is, but it's the Recon Mark II. Then on the clip it says, on the magazine, it says Nerf in black and the Nerf Elite, End Strike Elite shield on it. It says Nerf in white, and the same stuff is on the back and just in orange. And then just on the other side, it just has Modulus in orange that you can barely even see. But then also, there is a few tactical rails on this. There was one up here and one down here. When you piece it all together, there is 3 tactical rails. So let's talk about each of the individual stuff. I have tested these out. This is one day later, since I was just really busy, so I got to test them out. I didn't have time to film, but I got to test them out a little yesterday. So, here's the stock. So as you can see, it's open. You can stick your hand through. You might get your wrist stuck in it. You can see how it works from the inside. But also, has these like grooves right here, so it kind of feels like it'd be uncomfortable. It's not really. It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not really uncomfortable. Just I noticed yesterday as I was trying to aim, it kind of slid. So you may see like a first-person shooter or something, it kind of tilt a little, slide over. I can't really show that now. Maybe later you might be able to see it. But it does slide, so that's my only complaint with the stock. But I like it personally so far. I just don't know how well I'd be able to aim with it. But it is actually pretty comfy. And then the barrel actually slims down in the middle. So it's not going to open it way up. So it's not going to open it up as much. So it like slides more out of weight. This actually should make it more accurate, which I like since the other ones are kind of just open. It has kind of like a sort of iron sight up here. It looks cool right now. And it has Nerf up here in black. But on other blasters, I could put this on the regulator already. It's not as cool. I still like it though. And it does, I cannot tell from the box, but this does have a tactical rail on the bottom. So you can put a hand grip, even though this is a top priming gun. The priming mechanism is at the top. So it is more just for kind of looking around instead of actually priming the gun. But that's just the same with their Italian or stuff. It came with a drop grip, even though it wasn't really needed. Okay, so now, before I put this all together, I'd like to show you that, since it does say 4 in one blaster, I'm just going to show you, even though this is what it means. So, boom, blaster number 1. Shut. Right, okay. Blaster number 2. Blaster number 3. And of course, the official blaster with all the stuff and attachments. Blaster number 4. So yeah, that just has everything. So yeah, it only comes, even though it's a modular gun, it only comes with 2 attachment things. Which I thought was interesting because even though it's like this is the modular gun, it only has 2 tactical rails if you take these off. So yeah. So yeah, this is what the official thing looks like. It's the Mark II of the Retaliator. See, when I'm trying to aim, it kind of, it just kind of slides. It's not terrible, like I just realized, just barely, but it really depends. I'm not exactly sure what I think with the stock. I'd have to use it a lot more to officially decide. But here's the main blaster. So now let's kind of talk about how it works. So it is a priming mechanism on the top, and I can't cock it right now because it's already loaded. So when I talk about this is gonna have to talk about the one thing I'm not a big fan of, but to release the clip, you can't just pull it out. Most people will just try to pull it out and it can ruin the gun. You have to pull it back, but don't pull it forward or it's primed. It has to be back. It just releases. So if you can see in the inside, that's what like it opens up the chamber, and then when you put it in the chamber and then you close it, it already loads the dart. So this is my concern though, which I don't like, is you can't store it without it being cocked. Unless there's not a clip, or you leave it like this, which is probably not good because the clip can fall out. Unless you just shoot a dart out and then leave that dart out. So that's a little bit annoying, but it is fine. I guess it is kind of the best way they could do it, especially so the chamber opens and stuff. But it still isn't my favorite. So then you just pull it back, and it's already primed. So I know a lot of times, like when younger kids would like get Nerf guns that weren't loaded or weren't actually cocked and pretend like they're gonna shoot them in like the head or something, right? Because they think it's funny and it's not. Well, if they just get this and they don't cock it and they actually shoot someone like up close, that's the one problem. A little safety thing. I'm not a little kid, but you know, that's just something to worry about, especially if you're going to be giving this to your friends, showing your friends it a lot, or your parent looking to buy this. So yeah, it's honestly pretty fast, so you can just, it's already primed again. And although this is pulled back and stuff, you can actually get really fast with this and as slow as you want. So it is kind of like a semi-automatic, because you can go as slow or fast. It's not like the same speed, or it's going to go shoot, shoot. You can go, and then you can go, and boom. So this only comes with a 6, okay, yeah. So yeah, you can go as fast as you want, or as slow, which I like the capabilities. And yeah, and also like, because yes, semi-automatic's good, but I also like this controlling without the flywheels, kind of pushing it, or just being able to cock it is nice. This comes with a 6-dart mag, which I think for a blaster like this, it's not enough, because you run out really fast, especially with this. I actually go fast. I'm not just a one-shot like this. Like, you can do that with any attachments on. It doesn't have to have all of them or anything. You can still go at the same speed. So the 6 darts isn't really enough. So if you have any other clips, I would recommend putting them in. But that's just personally me. I like how it's super small and compact, especially like I might be doing a film. So here's the thing, a little, not a sneak peek yet. I don't have a trailer or anything yet for it. But I might be doing a film about the Recon Mark II and a crime lord kind of dude. And what I like about it is how compact it is. So you can use it as a pistol, or you can put the attachments on. But it like will be in a briefcase, like that, just in a briefcase. So it's so small it can fit in places, which I also really like. And yet it's still an awesome blaster. Like, this is a primary or secondary. Like, this is a good primary or secondary. It's not either or. It's whatever you want. If you have a better blaster that you want to use as your primary, go ahead. Use this a little smaller or whatever size as your secondary. Go ahead. But if you want this as a primary, it's super great. Like, although this is small, it is very practical, because you can go fast or slow, and it's super good in wars. Performance is pretty decent. So it's really practical. So I would totally recommend anyone getting this blaster, or a Retaliator, or a Recon if you can get one, even though they don't shoot as far since they're older. But they are very practical guns, and are definitely something to bring to a war. And if you want to give a blaster to a friend at like a war or something, because they don't have one, and you don't want to be one of those people who just gives them a small pistol like a Jolt, or I mean like a Triad. These are good to go, except for you gotta explain to them about the rule like this, because they can really mess up your gun. And also, one last thing, jam door. You actually have to unprime it to do it. So what sucks is, I feel like if it gets jammed while you're trying to shoot it, you're not going to be able to unprime it. So unless you somehow get it out and get the plunger to shoot and then pull it back to fix it, I feel like it's not the best place for a jam door. That is my biggest complaint. But it is how it is. I don't know necessarily how they would have got through this problem with this blaster. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. This blaster, I can't say throughout the video, it's like Retaliator. If you want to see a Retaliator review, click up here. And if you want to see first person shooter video, click here. And if you'd like to subscribe, click down there. Thank you so much for watching. Captain Nerf, Major.